Hi Gemini, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your love messages for the week ahead and I've already pulled the oracle cards, so we'll get straight into it. First one I have here is serendipity, which is all about a mixture of luck, divine timing, good fortune, that type of thing. So there could be, different things that are leading you up to, like unrelated small little things that are kind of like pushing you in the direction of, meeting someone who's going to make a huge impact in your life, and is meant to be there, maybe you've already met this person and that's the person that you're with, or maybe it's someone coming in soon. And then we have the full moon in Pisces, and it says balance, spirituality and practicality. And this card is about making sure that you're not using fear or logic to make decisions, and you're trusting your intuition, as well as and like opening your heart a bit, as well as like not ignoring any sort of red flags or anything because you believe in the potential of it. So it's kind of getting out of trusting your intuition, but also making practical steps. If you're single, it's also saying that there is all these dreamings that you might have, all these dreams that to meet someone, but you're not taking practical steps towards it. But also this card is also about like, that you don't need to chase anything either, because what's meant for you is going to come for you. So, and then we have the vulture spirit, and it says nothing is wasted. And this card is about any sort of lessons and issues in the past, hurt, pain, all of that stuff, has helped you get to this point where you actually know what you want now, and you're able to kind of set boundaries according to that, and you are, it's a time where your past happened for a reason to lead you to whatever this serendipitous time is. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for you? This is for Gemini. Okay, so let's see, what are Gemini's feelings for their person? We have Judgment. Okay, Scorpio energy. Let's see, what are the person's feelings? Okay, we have the Five of Swords. What let's see, how does your person view you, Gemini? The Ace of Swords. Okay, what are their intentions with you? The Nine of Pentacles. What are their next actions towards you? The King of Cups. And what is the outcome this week? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Nines could mean something here because we have 18 here, so 1 plus 8 is 9 for serendipity, and we have 6 and 3, 63 here, so 6 and 3 is 9 as well with this vulture spirit. So, and then we have literally the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the one that's missing is the Nine of Swords, which is all about anxiety and worry and that type of thing. So you could be feeling quite worried and stressed at the moment, about your love life in general, and or a specific person. But with the Nine of Cups here, and nines as well in general, are about learning to let things go in numerology, right? It's about like closing out chapters and letting go of past things that no longer serve you to move forward. We have, with the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Swords, I do see you moving to a more peaceful time, and I feel like you're consciously doing that. You have learned from your lessons, and you're basically wanting to leave any sort of issues in the past. I feel like that you've been hurt in the past and you are a bit drained and tired, but you have decided that you are going to persist through this no matter what, and it's for your own happiness, and that you feel like you're very self-focused at the moment about your wish fulfillment and what are your dreams and desires to move forward. Okay, With Judgment, I do see your feelings here as that you've made some sort of final decision. You have got some sort of epiphanies and a wake-up call. If this is an ex, you might feel like you want some sort of reconciliation. If not, you could feel that there has been a decision that's made on your side that you are wanting to like, I don't even know how to say it, like you've made that final decision that you're kind of done with the situation. But I just more see it as that there's been some sort of epiphany that you had, and I'll clarify on that, because, you know, it could mean many things. With the Five of Swords being their feelings towards you, they feel like if there's been some sort of tension or arguments or anything like that, they could feel like they have been, you know, the one who lost out in this situation. They feel maybe like the tension between the two of you has become like manipulative, and not saying that they think that you're manipulative, it could be either way. But they just feel like there's a lot of arguments between the two of you, and fights and tensions at the moment, and they're feeling like no matter what they do, they're always going to lose, so why should they try, you know? But their next, the way they see you is they see you as the Ace of Swords. They see you as someone who's very honest, someone who is very decisive, someone who is intellectual, comes up with new ideas. They do see you as someone who wants to get some sort of clarity between the two of you, and maybe wants to have a conversation. And then we have their intentions here as the Nine of Pentacles. So they do intend to kind of, you know, if you guys are already in a relationship, they intend to kind of keep their independence while being in the relationship with you, and being able to kind of spend time with you and give you everything that you need in the moment when they're with you, but then also be able to kind of go do their own thing and see their family, see their friends, focus on work, and like give their full energy to that as well when they're in those circumstances, you know. So that would be their intentions. They also here with their next actions are going to show you how much they love you, how much they care for you, what you mean to them. They want to be kind to you, and they just want to love you, basically. And then with the Wheel of Fortune being the outcome is that there's some sort of, it's very similar to the Serendipity card, there's some sort of destiny here that is taking place. Things are changing. The wheel is always working in your favor when it's in the upright, so that's good news. And basically the situation is coming to a serendipitous close, or change. So let's get some clarifiers. Okay. So I want to see, what is Judgment as Gemini's feelings? Seven of Wands in the reverse. I feel like you've given up. Like there's something where you're like, I'm not even bothered fighting for this anymore. Like it's enough now. The High Priestess, like you do feel like there's a very deep connection between the two of you, but at the moment you very much, this is Pisces energy with the High Priestess towards Pisces and Cancer, and this is the full moon in Pisces with this card here. So I do see you like being, you know, in your own dreams at the moment, like in your head about your dreams, you know, like you're not overthinking or anything like that. You're more just like, I know what I want, and I want this type of lifestyle and that type of thing. And I just feel like you've given up on trying to make things work or trying to fight it out or whatever it is. You're at the stage of like, I'm just gonna have my peace, you know. What is the Five of Swords? We have the Tower. Okay, whatever they're feeling, it's chaotic. We also have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I see that this person is going to communicate with you. They're going to come in fast and hot and unexpectedly, but it also might come across as argumentative, right, or manipulative. But this person is feeling like their whole world has crumbled. They, like I said, they feel like they've lost, and things happen very quickly, very suddenly, you know. What's the Ace of Swords? The Ace of Cups. They do see you as someone that they do want to have a fresh connection with. If this is someone new altogether, it could be with this card. You know, they want to kind of offer you love in some way. And they just see you as someone who is very open, loving, that you're also big on self-love, that you're caring, kind, that type of energy. We have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. That's more Cancerian energy, so you could be dealing with the Cancer. But I see that this is someone who sees you, who's, you know, doesn't let anything get in their way, is driven, you know, has no time for obstacles, and just is ready for a fresh start. Okay, so what is this Nine of Pentacles? We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So their intention is to focus on themselves at the moment, because they don't feel like they have enough to offer you right now. So they're more focusing maybe on finances to be able to offer you something. And then once they have that, they are going to come forward and try and, you know, appreciate you. I feel like it has to do with finances as to why they aren't coming forward as of yet. They're trying to kind of get into a better position first. So let's see, what is the King of Cups? We have the Five of Wands. So yeah, they're wanting to kind of fight for this connection, and it's because they love you. That's their next actions. They're going to come in and they're going to try and annihilate all the competition. To heal the situation with the Hermit energy. They're feeling very lonely at this time, and they intend to fight for this connection and not let you kind of single them out, you know, and not being in a connection anymore. So what's the Wheel of Fortune? The Devil. Okay, so things are changing, and I feel like things have been quite toxic. Or there's been some sort of unhealthy attachments. It could even just be that maybe there's been addictions involved here, like overindulging in like alcohol or whatever. And now things are changing for the better. Like you're releasing this thing that's happened. And here with the Vulture Spirit, it is reminding you that it isn't wasted. Whatever issues were here, well, albeit they're unhealthy, it doesn't mean that this was, you know, that this had to happen. It was serendipitous for this to happen so that things could change in your life, so that you could see what you actually want and what you're you know, you should be able to dream to have. The Chariot at the bottom of the deck as well. So you guys are going to overcome these unhealthy situations, whatever they may be, and it's time to move forward. Okay, so let's get feelings here. So let's clarify what are Gemini's feelings. Okay, we have loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. So you're very loyal to this person, no matter if there is any manipulation or not. But you're still, like, you're giving up on trying as hard, I feel. And we have depth, awareness, importance, and value. So I do see that you have very deep feelings for your person. You know, you see them as someone who is important to you. You know, with the Judgment card, it's like you're making some sort of final decision here. You've had this wake-up call, but even so, you're still loyal, you know. What is Gemini's person's feelings for Gemini? Mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul. Okay, yeah, like I said, they are feeling very much like they've lost out here. So they are feeling like the victim. them feeling chaotic. They could feel like they made a mistake and now they've lost you forever because they've been manipulative or whatever this unhealthy thing is. And then we have clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. So they do want to be honest with you here. With that Ace of Swords, I feel like they see you as someone who's very honest, so they know you will appreciate honesty. And maybe they're going to, maybe that's what this was, is that there was some sort of manipulation here and they need to tell you the truth type of thing. So they're going to do that, but they want to get finances in order first to, I don't know, impress you, you know, before they do that, because they want to express their love and fight for you, but they, you know, they don't want you to kind of make this final call to give up. Okay, so let's see. For Gemini, what do they need to know about their love life? We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. What else? We have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay. And we have, what is this? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Bottom of the deck, we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I do feel like, you know, if this is someone new, it's basically the universe is telling you to trust and have faith in the universe and in these little things that are happening in life that are guiding you towards this position. If you are just getting to know them, it's about opening up to them fully. And it's saying that it is safe for you to love here, and to change this from whatever toxicity came from the past, and change your outcome, basically. So let's see. I'm going to get some messages from a person. This is usually just for people in separation, so only take what resonates. Okay, so what would Gemini's person say to Gemini? If they weren't holding anything back, they would say, I couldn't let you get close to me. I replay our conversations over and over. And I'll get one more. Gemini. We have just being near you is intoxicating. Yeah, with the devil, there's definitely intoxicating energy there. And at the bottom of the deck, I love you. Didn't I tell you with that King of Cups? They love you. Okay, so that is what I have for you this week, Gemini. I hope there was a message that helped you, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care.